Welcome, everybody, back. So glad you could make it. We are on our second Boiler Backfield with your host, Stuart Schweigert, and my main man, DK. DK, how's it going today, man?
Good, man. We're living the dream. Another day, another podcast with you.
Big game this past weekend, right? One of the things that, as I'm watching the game, they never brought it up at all, but this is a trophy game for us.
Yeah, the shillelagh.
The shillelagh. And they didn't bring it up once. I didn't hear the coach talk about it. Or when I say the coach, I didn't hear Barry Odom talk about it. I didn't hear the players talk about it. I didn't hear the announcers talk about it. And when I looked at that, I'm like, is this like, are we not good enough to even have a trophy game with Notre Dame anymore? Or what's the deal? Because I'm thinking this, and I brought this out. This was a gift that Joe Tiller gave all the seniors. In my senior year, we had 3 trophy games. We had the bucket against
Indiana.
We had the cannon against
Illinois.
And we have the where are we at here? Oh gosh, where's that son of a bee at?
I don't see it.
Right. Hold on.
There it is.
That's the Shillelagh Trophy. They didn't mention it once, dude.
Were you guys the last class to win it?
Well, I think we might be the last one to win all 3 of them. No, because the next year, Oregon and Stubblefield won.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since we've had the shillelagh in
I'd say probably 2005.
I saw, and I forget who tweeted it. It was one of the guys from the Rose Bowl team who had photos of the trophy display area, that room, whatever that's called.
Oh, in the new football facilities?
Yeah, in the new practice facility where the Oaken Buckets case is. They have I don't know how to a remake, a knockoff bucket, like a fake bucket.
Oh yeah, there are replica ones. I want one. They're freaking.
Yeah, but why do we have that in our trophy case where the actual bucket's supposed to go?
Wait, how do you know it was the fake one?
You look at it. It's because we don't have the real one. Indiana has it.
Oh, duh. Yeah, what am I talking about? They beat us. It was the worst.
Yeah, 66-0
in the history of the whole rivalry of over 120 years. Okay, yeah. So you're saying, why is that in our trophy case?
Yeah, they had the replica bucket and the buckets. Leave that shit empty. Let the guys walk by an empty trophy case and let them see the dust build up. And that'll light a fire under them. It's just, I forget who tweeted that. I wish I could give him credit.
Did he say something like, why is this in here?
No.
Oh.
It was just photos, on Twitter, just a string of photos. But
that's the thing is nobody wants to make anybody uncomfortable nowadays.
Yeah.
So that's a good point though. With them having that in that trophy case, it shouldn't be there.
No, it shouldn't. Let the guy see that empty. Actually, if I were Odom, the week of the bucket game, I would take him to that empty trophy case and say, "Look,
stare at it.
Just stare at it. Just look at this. Never should it look like this." Because Purdue, we own Indiana in football. They have to beat us another 31 straight years to even tie the series.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's like 30, 32 years straight they would have to beat us to even tie the series. So the fact that and maybe they did it because it was alumni weekend or the Rose Bowl celebration, I don't know. But either way, get that fake.
Well, don't pander to us, right?
Yeah, and I think especially your era, would hate such a thing.
Wait, hold on, that shouldn't be in there. No,
because you didn't lose to IU.
I did.
Did you?
Sophomore year, 2001. We go down there. It's a monsoon. We start the game we clear the bench fight. That's how the game started, dude.
How don't I remember this?
Well, you were like 3.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a history guy. I should know about this.
Nico Kudavides was punching motherfuckers, taking us. There were helmets swinging, and it was a monsoon, and it was Randall L's senior year, and I remember it was really slippery, and they ran the option, and they went up on us 12-0, and we ended up losing 12-10 that game. I had an interception in the end zone that I think that was that. No, was that my senior year? Maybe my sophomore year as well. But I think I had a chance for an interception, and I dropped it. But yeah, we lost 12-10.
I mean, 4-1. Not
and
bad.
then here's the real
3-1.
how do I want to say this?
Kicker.
The real dick kicker was that was the year of 9/11, and remember how they? Well, I don't know if you don't remember.
No, I remember. I was old enough to remember.
They suspended games the following week, and we were playing Notre Dame that week, so they ended up setting that game up after the IU game.
Yeah.
Right? Because we were always done before Thanksgiving, but we played the Saturday after Thanksgiving to make up that game.
Gotcha.
So that we go down to IU, and at that time we were 6-4 going into those last 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
we lose to IU. Then we come home against Notre Dame, and we lose to Notre Dame at home because of a kickoff return, which is kind of a good translation into whenever we play Notre Dame, dude, there's always certain things that Notre Dame is known for against us. For whatever reason, they get these tipped balls, these fumbles that go right in their lap.
Mm-hmm.
They're always going to return either a punt or a kickoff, or we're going to have a punt blocked.
But then they had the kickoff return, and then the ref looking straight at, I believe it was a block in the back, throws the flag, whole 9 yards. They pick up the flag. I
tried to. I went back and watched that play. I don't know how many times. I couldn't. I didn't see a penalty.
It was a little bit of a foggy area. I can't. I think looking back at it, I didn't really see one either.
I think, but wasn't the guy also kind of diving at the same time?
He was going for his legs. Yeah. If I remember right, he was for sure going for the legs.
Well, speaking of that play, 21 has, I think it was, forgive me, I'm still, and here's the deal. Well, I don't want to be a dick, but
since when?
I want to number 20. I'm pretty sure number 21 came down, and I think, was it 17? I think 17 had the guy wrapped up, and 21 puts his head down and hits 17 off of 24. The guy who was returning it. And then he just, like the Jetsons, dude, was just out there.
Yeah.
Looking at the game, and we'll go through it, but just off the top of my head, the thing that I remember is we got to hold the edge, man. We are not good at holding the edge with our corners. We're not. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the defensive scheme to where the ends crash down and they expect the linebackers to get contained. I'd much rather the DNs get outside, force a wall, and then have the running backs cut back into the linebackers.
Yeah.
But we do it the opposite way. That's what they do. But you have to have guys in the backfield that are very disciplined with their eyes. And our eyes are bad. Our angles are bad. And we are the line backing core for us, which should be the strength of your team, is probably the weakest link of our team is our linebackers right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're I don't want to say they're small, but like compared to USC or Notre Dame and their linebackers, there's quite the size difference as I could see visually. I haven't done any research to see the exact measurements of each, but just from the naked eye, like.
And you know what? Here's the thing: when you talk about that, the naked eye, regardless if the kid number 5's 6'5", 280, he's not playing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it really doesn't matter what size the guy is. It matters how he's playing, right? So even if we said, we got the sizes, I just don't know if we have the guys that are athletically, and nothing against these guys, okay, but there are certain requirements that you need to be able to be successful in the Big Ten, especially the way it is now.
Yeah.
There's certain size requirements, certain speed requirements. Now, am I a guy with a stopwatch clocking guys? No, I want to see a football player, right? Because there's guys that run a 4.4, but they play at 5 flat. There's also guys that run a 5 flat, but they play at 4.4 because they want to make those plays.
Exactly.
I was. Go ahead. I've been speaking this whole time. Go
no,
ahead.
You're good. Like I think you're right when, from doing a 40 to actual game time on the field against other grown men, like it's a whole different ball game. You're not going to be the speeder you are at a 40-yard dash when it's you and nobody versus you and 11 other guys. Like it's a big difference. And I feel like on defense, we don't have a lot of that speed, and we don't, tackling is an issue. Like we said in the last show, like the wrap up, and I think they've gotten better since the USC game or since the Saluki game.
Yeah.
But still there's those moments where you gotta, wrap them up. You can't expect to one hit these guys and for them to fall down,
especially not running it high like this.
Yeah,
those guys, they're just too low to the ground. Their center of gravity is too good. And the other thing is that I noticed, and again, we'll go kind of through this game. But one thing that I always like to take a look at it is just the stats.
Yeah,
I just want to go line by line and let's just talk about what we think is probably the most influential stat, or maybe 2 or 3 from this past game, because there's certain ones that I always look at the end of a game to dictate how a team did. And let's just see here. So let me see. Okay. Team stats. Here we go. So total yards, 379 to 535. It's there. I don't. That's a lot of yards, man. And I know the game has changed a little bit, but it's starting. I mean, that's a lot of yards when they were running that. I mean, we'll get to the rushing yards, but
yeah.
How much? Let me just ask you this: how much do you put into yards in a game? Is that something that you look at, a team that?
Yeah, I feel like it's a big deal. Like what the weird thing is too, when you look at passing yards, Brown had CJ Carr beat with 250 yards to his 223. Granted, Carr didn't play the whole game. I don't think, right? He got pulled.
So we're all on the same page. My view, I couldn't watch the rest of the game. I think it stopped with
it went to Peacock. Yeah.
9 or 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to find it. And I just, at that point, I was like,
I didn't watch the end either. So I'm assuming CJ Carr didn't play the whole game, but still, I mean, but then you look at the box score 56 to 30. Because if you look at just passing yards, you're like, well, Ryan Brown had 250, CJ Carr 223, but then they won 56 to 30. So you got to take yards. I mean, total team yards are a different telltale than passing yards, obviously. But
how about the rushing yards? Because I actually, so I'm on FBS 1, and my stats are just a little tiny bit different. I have total yards 379 to 535, passing yards 303 to 281. To Notre Dame, 281. Okay. And then I have rushing yards, Purdue 76 to their 254.
I got mine from ESPN. That's probably the problem.
Well, no, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I just want to make sure that we're not.
No, and rushing wise, I mean.
And here's the deal. Look at this. Yards per play. We averaged 5.6 yards per play.
It's good.
But they averaged 8.5 yards per play.
Rushing yards too. I mean, Maccabee I think our leading rusher was Malachi Singleton with 26 yards.
It was. Yep.
Which isn't good. Your backup quarterback should not be leading you in rushing yards.
That's how you. Okay, duh. That's how you know that he didn't finish the game.
Well, yeah, Brown didn't finish. Well, unless Singleton.
Sorry, you said Card. My bad.
Yeah, Malachi's Card. I wonder if he's related to Derek Carr.
I know. I was wondering that. I was actually wondering that too, because they were talking about he comes from a football family. So, but then 5 punts. They didn't punt once.
Nope. Which is tough.
And we had way too many penalties. 7 for 75 yards. And the 2 interceptions. The one there tipped up and ran, and then you include in the special teams there on the road, and unfortunately that's just Notre Dame. Man, for whatever reason they seem to just be able to do that against us, man.
I know, man, and I hate it because I hate Notre Dame. Obviously. But I've always been a Marcus Freeman guy. He's from Dayton. He's another 937.
I met him when he was a linebacker coach here at Purdue.
Yeah, he was. I completely forgot he was
under Hazel. Yeah,
man, we'll talk about a diamond in the rough. Like
Hazel.
But I've always liked Freeman. He went to Wayne here in Dayton. He's a fellow Daytonian. Good
Wayne
dude.
High School? You said Wayne High School?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a handsome son of a gun. I mean, you can't get much better looking than that guy.
He fits the Notre Dame fucking
clean,
old,
proper.
Yeah, he looks like a Notre Dame football coach.
He does. He does. Anything's better than Kelly. I can't stand that guy. Did you see him get annihilated on LSU's sideline?
Oh no! He did.
Yeah, he got hit hard and fell like a sack of potatoes.
Well, I think it was it the Raiders game? I think who did they play? They got beat by.
It wasn't Washington. No, it wasn't Washington.
Washington's coach got smoked.
Did he? I didn't see that one.
He bomb the back of his head. I'm like, oh,
you gotta have your head on a swivel, coaches.
He got up real quick, but I guarantee you that hurt, bro.
He was seeing stars, And I back to the Notre Dame game, and I think this is something you agree. Watson, number 10, catches the last touchdown of the game, stares down the defender while we're losing by 26 points. And I know you would agree with me.
Fucking tell me that.
You can't do that. You are down by 20. And I have the same opinion as when we're losing at home and our student section is chanting IU sucks at kickoff. You have to be self-aware.
That's JV football.
It is. Act like you've been there before. You were down 26. You know what I liked about Rondale Moore? One of my favorite things about Rondale Moore. That guy scored some of the most craziest touchdowns in Purdue football history. I don't ever remember seeing him celebrate. What I remember is him passing the ball to the ref, going to the sideline, and then celebrating with the guys.
Yeah.
And we were beating Ohio State then, and they're ranked 2. But when you're losing to Notre Dame by 26, you cannot stare down a defender like you just did something.
And here's the thing with that. And I was worried about this with us winning those first 2 games, especially with a new coaching staff, 82, 86 new players, whatever it is. So these coaches can blow smoke up the players' wazoos, and these players start to feel it. And it's it takes the coach. I can remember, this might have been back in 2015 or 16 when I kind of started getting back into watching football. And I got on social media, and I'd see a corner from Purdue. Hey, man, I balled out, bro. I had 2.5 tackles and a PBU. And I'm thinking, dude, that's a series.
Yeah, that's practice squad numbers. What do we?
Yeah, that's nothing. And it takes coaches to say, hey guys, listen, hey, you had 4 tackles, or you had 5 tackles, or you know what, you did have a pick, but it was against who was it against?
Yeah,
And
St. Louisiana
what was
Tech
the
of the blind.
circumstances? Was it a game-winning fucking interception against Notre Dame or against Indiana or against Michigan? Then, yeah, we can talk a little bit. But if you just had a pass breakup and a couple tackles in a game, that's nothing, man.
Yeah, against a MAC school, Ball
Yeah.
State, Miami of Ohio, and that's where I feel like the game compared to when you played to now, like if you had 2 picks against, I don't know, Indiana State,
Yeah.
you would be like, cool, great. But
Cool.
like
No, hey, yeah, but I'm not out there like getting freaking.
you wouldn't be posting on social media then like, man, 2 interceptions, game ball, like whatever, like, check this out. No, like that's an expectation for you. I think you expected to do that.
And here was the great thing about what I was exposed to and what my freshman class was exposed to was we had great senior leaders,
Yeah.
Drew Brees and Chucky and Matt Light and Brandon Gorn and Vinny Sutherland and Tim Stratton and these guys. You know what I mean?
Well, you gave Vinny some credit.
Absolutely, man. He's one of the big reasons I went to Purdue, man.
There's like a few things I enjoy more than giving Vinny some shit.
Oh, you have to. Because actually, I remember on the official visit, we were over at where like he lived, and I'm in his room, and we're kind of getting to know each other or whatever, and it was a PlayStation 1, and it was college football, like NCAA Game Breakers or something, and I'm like playing with Purdue, and Vinny was on there, but he's like, yeah, I'm like, dude, are you in this game, dude? I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. He's like, yeah, but they made me black. I'm like, they were just 14.
I don't see a difference. I mean, listen,
black dude running around.
we ought to go down
like,
there.
I thought you were 14. He's like, yeah, they made me black because
they don't want to
saw how fast I was, and I was from Florida. So
we gotta one of these days he needs to invite us down to Florida.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Imagine that. I don't think Vinny wants us in his house, the both of us.
I think Fort Lauderdale, I think that's where he's from. I don't know if that's where he lives, or he might be in. Do you know where he is in Florida?
I have no idea. Yeah. All I know is when it gets cold up here, and I've tweeted about it, and he'd be like, well, it's 75 and sunny. I'm like, yes, you've gotten soft. Like you can't handle the cold anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he ever could handle. Well, he was pretty, for a Florida guy, he was pretty good with the cold.
Yeah,
he was pretty good.
Soft. So
here's the other thing is I don't know. I mean, Notre Dame was coming in 0-2.
And they were still ranked in the top 25 at 0-2.
And the other thing is they had their secondary has been bad.
Yeah.
The last 2 games. And on top of that, we came into that game, their secondary, Mark Zachary, a true freshman, number 24, starts at corner. You have a nickelback, Dallas Golden, a freshman. Does Notre Dame always have to have a guy with gold in its name or something?
I think they have them change their name to Golden or Gold.
Golden Tate, Golden Dallas Golden. Freaking.
They got those shiny gold helmets. The helmets are cool. I gotta say the helmets are pretty rad.
I like ours when it's nighttime and the lights are on. It's got like a glow to it.
I don't like the khaki. I call it khaki gold. Like the gold on your Pete shirt is that dark old gold. This is like a khaki.
That's
gold.
like it's like a foam, like a foam, like if you cut a couch cushion, like the foam underneath it.
Yep.
It's like a almost I don't.
Now, if you look at, I think it's Wake Forest came out with they updated their colorway, and they have old gold. Or
did you see the Saints when they wore the gold uniforms and the black pants?
West Virginia came out with a throwback this year and has old gold, and it is like a dark gold. That's the gold I like.
That is actually I think we have rights to old gold.
Well, and then when you look at like the 70s, it was like a dark bronzish gold.
It was like it was like a almost like a piss gold a little bit. You know?
I knew he was going to say that. Well, while you were thinking, I was like, he's going to say piss gold. God,
right? You know, like
this is why we get along so well, Stu.
when you haven't hydrated good enough, and that
Yeah,
you're like, oh shit, I need a water.
you go on a weekend bender, and on Monday, you know, you wake up, and you're like, oh, I gotta go get some water.
Gold is a hard color to make, like, even so is silver, you know, because it's not like a bold color, but it's not white.
But the way the Raiders do it, I feel like it's a dark silver.
Yeah,
maybe it's just because it's on black.
You couldn't wear like a silver jersey. It looked weird.
It looked like an away
just
jersey.
Like when we wore like the gold jersey, it's hard to.
Or when the Raiders wore the white jerseys with silver numbers.
Yeah,
those were kind of cool.
I'm so jealous I wasn't on that, man.
But they wore those when they lost to my Bengals and gave us our first playoff berth my entire life. So that was cool.
There you go. Who was the quarterback?
Carr.
R.I.P.
Rudy Johnson.
Yeah.
I know. Said Benson passed away. Like, Bengal running backs.
Against both those guys. Cedric Benson was a heck of a running back for the Bears out of Texas.
Yeah.
Kind of Ricky Williams 2.0.
Yeah.
Big son of a bitch. Big.
Rudy Johnson had his full name.
He had those biceps, man.
That's back when they had those big old shoulder pads. Like, you guys wore some big shoulder pads. Like I like the old linemen, the old linebackers who just have mountains
of
shoulder
Andy
pads.
Katzenmoyer.
Yeah. And they're just like, you don't get that anymore. If I played now, I'd be wearing some big old shoulder pads just for the hell of it. Now jerseys are so small, you probably couldn't get them over it. But
no, like if you take them off the rack, the jerseys are only about this big.
Yeah, I mean,
they stretch. Yeah,
I mean, this is like that ribbed, whatever, but still, I mean, like even the lineman jerseys are tighter than all hell.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they weren't as baggy as in the past when you played, but they still weren't like.
They were still pretty. I mean, we had sleeves.
Yeah, quarterbacks wore long, like the whole Sam Bradford. His sleeves.
You know it's coming back. Like Horton, is it? Oh God, forgive me, Raider fans. Our draft pick out of Tennessee, Horton, is it Horton Jr.?
I think so.
Number 10. He's got the quarterback.
I like it.
Sleeves.
I like it. Bring it back.
It's growing on me, but at first I was like, what the fuck?
There's a few corners in the league that now have long sleeves.
Yeah, see, I remember that we used to take them and roll them up and then tape it and then tuck it into there, like back in high school and shit.
Yeah.
But back when we played, you had to your socks had to be a certain length. You had to have all your pads in.
You weren't wearing shorts like they're wearing now.
Yeah, you had to tuck the jersey in. You couldn't have anything showing. You couldn't have a pad showing. You couldn't whatever.
Now you got the gold chains. Yeah, guys are wearing shorts.
I'm so jealous of their swag.
Yeah.
So jealous of it.
But like if Tiller was here today and saw how they wear the uniform, what do you think he'd say?
Like so Tiller with the uniform thing, a lot of it was superstition.
Was it?
And a lot of it was motivation.
Yeah.
Like, you guys played like shit. We're not wearing this again.
Yeah.
All right.
And the gold jerseys.
And then if you so like for instance, my freshman year against Notre Dame, kind of my breakout game was the only time I ever got to wear black pants. But we lost last second field goal, and we never pants.
Really?
Yeah. When they played USC in 97 or 98 in the kickoff classic,
yeah,
they wanted to wear high socks. Well, it was so hot. They lost. Everyone was cramping. We couldn't wear high socks the entire year, even in practice. Like sleeves, like he didn't let us even wear sleeves, man. Even when it was snowing out.
That's awesome, though. I love it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was pretty old school. But now, if we do well, hey, also we show up in the locker room and there's high socks. We're like,
yeah, oh
shit, yes, like just a little. I remember it was that Indiana game freshman year to we got to win that game to win the Big Ten to go on and go to the Rose Bowl. We walk in there, we have long black socks and we have black sleeves, and we were like
game over.
Like, think about it, like how simple, so like just a pair of socks.
Now you got Oregon, who has 147 different uniform combos.
I remember this. So when I got there, I still had the chin straps that were right here, and to get the high boy.
Yeah.
I remember this. I'm like, how do I get the high? Because I want to look sweet, how do I get the high buttons or whatever? And I had to talk to Mike Shandrick, our head equipment manager, and I said, how do I get the high ones? He goes, all right, we played Notre Dame this weekend. He goes, what do you want to bet? I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, listen, if you get an interception, you can get the high boys. And I'm thinking like, oh fuck. Like at that time it was like going into I think my third game.
Yeah.
I hadn't started yet. I'm going down up to Notre Dame on national TV. And then that's when with a cast on, that's when I got my interception, my first career interception.
And you got the high boys.
It's just something so simple as just having a button up here. And now, the helmets, they have fucking fans in them. You can.
It's wild and helmets now, man. Like it's super weird. Like those Riddell Axioms.
6 months they come out with something new.
Yeah. Back in your day, it was some plastic and a little bit of foam. There's
that's why we're all messed up, man. That's why we're all messed up. Oh, so yeah, let's just go through this real quick. I want you. We took the time to take the notes. Let's go through. So, I thought. Our offense was scoring 27.3 points per game. So that's a pretty good amount. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah.
Again, I use Nico's quote. It could be a field of pumpkins out there, and it's tough to score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell you what, I don't like that number fucking 34, Greg Bowen for them. God, he's a prick, dude.
Really?
Their linebacker.
Oh.
Notre Dame's linebacker.
Gotcha.
Yeah, remember in the beginning, he's pushing up. He's pushing up on our lineman number 7, St. John.
Yep.
And he's like, the play's done, and he's pushing him over the pile, and finally St. John pushes him back, and we get that 15-yarder right
I hate
there.
that.
It was a bullshit call.
Refs seem to always penalize the retaliator, not the guy who started it.
That's what happens every time. So I liked. Well, then here's the thing. You gotta expect this. Okay, here's a team that's 0-2 after going to the national championship last season, right? So they're up against the wall in a rivalry game against a Purdue team that has nothing to lose.
Yep.
That very first fucking play, you got to expect what?
The house.
They're dude. I put here alert. This is what they should be saying. Alert big play with a struggling team, especially at home. On national TV, they're going to open up the game with something that's going to go down the field.
Yep.
And I don't know what the back end was playing. I don't know if the middle of the field safety came down on something he shouldn't have. But I'm just going to say this, and I've been again. I don't like calling anybody out, but number 0, man.
Yep.
Struggling
hard.
And I know he was a 5-star recruit, went to Georgia, and he's come here and he holds the edge, doesn't hold the edge.
Yeah.
And he's not fast enough.
100%.
And he's got bad eyes, and he's a liability.
And you think of a 5-star Georgia, expectations are high. Yeah, that's tough.
But here's the thing. Is it a deal where he still thinks he's this 5-star recruit from Georgia, or does he realize where he's at in his career right now? Like, dude, no, you're on a, what are we, 2-2? No, wait,
2-2. 2-2.
2-2. You're
Yeah.
a 2-2 team that is going to have a hard time winning games from here on out. You need to like relax and look at the guy in the mirror. And here's the deal. That's the coach's job. It's the coach's job to do that. To say, hey, listen, you need to forget about whatever the fuck you did yesterday. If it isn't right now, it doesn't matter to us right now. Okay. Yeah. That stuff doesn't matter because all that
these are young guys. They need reminded of things. I mean, even though they're making a lot more money than they used to be, they're still, at the end of the day, they're young guys, and they need reminded of these things. But that's the issue.
Can you please not bring that up, because then I'm just going to start motherfucking every one of these guys.
All right, no, no one makes money.
Thank you. Okay,
we're back pre-NIL, Stu. Don't worry.
Okay, all right.
You never got a free meal.
I want to say this. I want to say this in front of the entire, obviously we're recording this, but not once in my career did I ever get anything.
I believe it.
There was one time me, Kelly Butler, and Nico Kudavides went to Outback after we played Cincinnati. We played. It was the season opener in Cincinnati on Sunday. We thought it was awesome. We're like, oh, we're playing on the same day, And it was my sophomore. It was 2001.
Yeah. So
this is our first game back after the Rose Bowl.
Okay.
And we go down there and we win. I have 2 interceptions. I have a game winner in the end zone to win the game. And we go to Outback, and we're sitting there, and it's me, Nico, and Kelly. And this guy comes, great game today, fellas. Hey, and the waitress comes by, and the guy says, hey, you know what? Give me their bill. And me and Kelly are like, yeah. And then Nico's like, no.
Don't you do it.
No, we cannot do that. And me and Kelly are like, what the fuck, dude?
It's a free bloomin' onion.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Free apps? Or,
Give me 2 bloomin' onions. Keep them coming.
Man. Like, dude, I got like $10 for this meal tonight. Thank God my mom gave me $20. After the game, so I
hey, $20 then took you a long ways,
dude. But I'm like, Nico, what the no? So, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or whatnot, but I know if I wasn't getting money. Now, let me say this: did guys have maybe hookups at some restaurants, some bars? We might get an employee discount at Fazoli's. And then
these kids nowadays don't know about Fazoli's.
And then here's the deal: is you didn't want to tell people your deals because then they would just screw it up, because they'd bring their whole economics class into Fazoli's trying to be cool and get free, the discount or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're going, dude, you just ruined it, man.
The lineman would try and go in and run a $10,000 bill and
yeah,
4 or 5 bloomin' onions.
Kelly Butler ruined probably every one of my little things on the side that I did have going. Every time.
We got to have Kelly on the podcast, and we got to.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
We got to air those out.
Well, Purdue's one of I think 6 or 7 Division I schools that's never been sanctioned for.
Hey, look at
any, anything.
Well, this is a restaurant thing, but it was like after the COVID year, I go back to campus, first came back, and I see they replaced Don Pablo's with a Chick-fil-A. I could have rioted in the streets.
Don P. We had a Don Pablo's in Saginaw, man.
So good. It was good. That was my go-to spot at campus. I know, not the most popular spot on campus, but the fact, and it was a beautiful old building.
Wait. I thought that was on off of 52, wasn't it? Or no?
Okay, yeah. So it's not really on campus.
Okay, all right. But okay, I just want to make
Near
sure.
campus.
Yeah, it was
near
right in
campus.
front of Builder Home Depot, right? Or Builder
Yeah, Lowe's. I think
Square
it's
or
Lowe's.
Lowe's. That's it.
It's like it was next door to Lowe's.
Yes, right on the
Now
corner.
it's a
right
Chick-fil-A. I was ticked. I was real pissed. I said,
there. What'd you like to get there?
Oh, what didn't I? Chicken chimichanga, little beans, little rice, ooh, fajitas,
Salsa?
chips and salsa.
Oh, dude.
Listen, you don't get this size without eating such things. By the way, 5 months ago I was 330 pounds. I'm down to 309.
I was just gonna say I started fasting.
See, I've thought about trying fasting.
And you know what? Once you get past the first 24 hours, dude, like you're good.
Wait, you went 24 hours without eating?
I did not completely 24. I went about 18.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yep.
I get hangry.
Yep. No, but honestly, like if you could push, like just do something that's like keeping your mind or whatever active, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could see a difference right away because I have I'd like to lose. One thing I also did too was I cut back on the beer.
Yeah.
And also Crown Royal Vanilla is 120 calories per serving, which a serving is a shot.
Yeah.
So typically if you're drinking half of that,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Golly. I mean, that's all your calories for the day.
Oh yeah. So I've been, and I got my little dumbbells. Actually, I was working out before we got on here, man.
I see you got a little pre-pod pump.
Little pump. Yeah, man. I'm trying to look like Mike Allstott. Shit, Mike Allstott a couple years ago, he came back for the game because he did like I think the honorary coin toss or whatever, and he got on some testosterone treatment, and that's what I'd like to do as well. I need some.
When I bought my last horse, I almost named him Mike Allstott.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It didn't make the cut, but it was one of the possibilities.
What did it end up?
He's Copper Comet.
Copper Comet?
He's a copper roll red, dark red, copper color, and he's really fast, so I came up with Copper Comet.
Like it.
But Mike Allstott was almost his name.
That almost needs to be like a Clydesdale, though.
He's a big horse.
Oh, is he?
You'll have to come down and see and meet the horses one day. We'll have to go riding in the summer. Maybe I don't have tiny horses. I'm a big boy. I need big horses.
You don't ride bareback, do you?
Well, I have before, but I prefer saddle.
Yeah.
It's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say bareback. Ooh, boy, you'll be walking crooked.
People will be asking questions.
And also, too, speaking of that first play of the game, we need to have pre-snap awareness.
Yeah.
So what that means, and I learned when I got to Purdue, I had a coach, obviously Brock Spack and Joe Tiller and Jim Chaney and Greg Olson and Kevin Sumlin and, all these guys. But I had a defensive back coach, Kenny Green, that taught me, one, how to read run or pass by reading the offensive linemen. And two, how to formations. So you can get an idea of what they might be doing.
Yeah. When I come down one of these days, we got to have a film session because I got to learn all that stuff.
Yeah. Like if you're trying to figure out the play as the play's happening in college, in college, you can get away with that depending on who the offense is, the quarterback, who it is. But if you're playing some All-American, you're not going to get away with it. In the NFL, you're definitely not going to get away with it. If you're trying to figure out what's happening as the play's coming, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So that very first play of the game, I mean, they're in what you call 12 personnel. So how we used to label stuff was however many running backs were in the formation is the first number. However many tight ends are in the formation is in the second number.
Okay.
And then the receivers are just left out. So it's by a process of elimination because how many eligible people are there on each play?
Yeah.
No, how many are there?
Oh, how many are eligible?
Yeah.
It would be not the linemen, so 5.
5, right?
Look at me.
Good job. That was pretty good. That was pretty quick math there. I thought you were gonna fuck it up.
Did you see me look up? I was thinking.
I look it up too. So yeah, so let's say this. So let's say it's okay. If all of a sudden I'm looking over and I see the coach over there doing 2-3, so 23 personnel. So the first number is halfbacks. Second number is tight ends, right? So 23 personnel would be how many running backs?
2.
How many tight ends?
1.
Remember 23.
Oh, 3?
Yep.
Okay.
And then how many receivers?
3.
20. No, I'm fucked. Sorry, I'm messing up. I meant 22 personnel.
Oh, there it is.
So 22 personnel, you have how many running backs? It's first number.
2.
Then you have how many tight ends?
2.
And then you have how many receivers?
2.
1.
1.
You're not a math teacher, are you?
No.
Okay.
Nobody needs that. Let's.
So anyways, so we come out in let me test you. 12 personnel. Sorry, Notre Dame, the very first play comes out in 12 personnel. So how many running backs?
1.
Okay. How many tight ends?
2.
How many receivers?
2. Hey.
Perfect. So 22 personnel, pre-snap read is always max protect shot.
Gotcha.
So what that means is they can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys in that backfield, or including the quarterback. So take the quarterback out. You could have 8 guys blocking, and just those 2 receivers are running a route. So it can be a very deep route. So they should be talking about that before that very first play happened. Hey, guys, listen, okay, where are they at on the field? It's first down, alert for big play, alert for trick play. All right, they have 12 personnel. So that automatically, when you see 12 personnel, you're going, okay, that could be max protect.
Yep.
They're setting those big guys in there. They're coming back. They want you to think they're going to pass, but they're only using those receivers, right?
Yeah.
That just gave us so much more time, or gave them so much more time to go down. And, and then when you have a corner who's not looking in the right spot, and then a safety, I'm not sure, again, if they were cover 3 or cover 0, which if the safety had a man, I'm not sure. But there should have been somebody in there. I think they're in between the hashes. But again, it's your eyes. What are they looking at?
Yeah. So 12 will be 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and they'd probably have the 2 tight ends on the ends of the line, right?
And then what they did is they took this tight end and they motioned him.
Okay.
They did play action.
Yep.
And here's the
and that kind of tells you the direction where the running back's going.
Say that again.
And that, if they put that running back in motion, or I'm sorry, the tight end in motion, that'll tell you kind of where the running back.
Yeah. Typically, it'd be like, so you have the tight end, which we call the Y, and then we have the U tight end, which could be a fullback or a tight end.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like kind of that hybrid guy.
Yep.
But here's the deal: when you're out there and you're the safety, and it's 1st and 10, that could be anything, right?
Yeah.
2nd and short could be a shot as well. 3rd and short, you're thinking something quick. 3rd and 10, obviously, you're not falling for play action. Why would you? But on 1st and 10, you got to play as a safety, as a deep threat guy, which when I say deep threat guy, and cover 2, it's the 2 safeties, they're deep. In cover 3, it's the corner, middle safety, and other corner. Cover 4, it's all 4 guys. They need to realize that, hey, we're not responsible for the run. I don't need to put my nose in there.
Yeah.
It's called Chike gave the getting nosy.
Getting
nosy in there, right?
I like it.
Don't get nosy in there. So what you do is you look at the uncovered, or through practice that week, you find the offensive lineman that's either the biggest or the uncovered lineman. And we went over this, right? Remember when I told you how if the guy's shooting out, it's going to be a run. If the guy's sitting I mean, that's what you look at. You don't look at the ball carrier. You don't look at the quarterback. They'll lie to you all day long.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if we're being taught that. And that's how I was able to make so many tackles as a safety, was because I read the line of scrimmage.
I will say, looking back at your film, you're never standing still.
No.
Like you're always, your eye side of line is always running. You're always, looking around, seeing what's happening. You're never just like frozen.
You bring up a good point, because here's the deal. As a quarterback, right, if you come out of the huddle and that defense is just, they're all just kind of sitting there in their spots, the quarter's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Check, and he's going to do his reads. But all of a sudden, you're in a game, and you see that defense coming in, breaking the huddle, running out, and they're coming up, and they're checking stuff, and they're pointing. And what I tell guys is, just make up shit.
Yeah.
Hey, watch the draw. Tight end, why? I near. Look at the slant. And they might go, oh shit, he knows what to play. And you're just calling out stuff.
You're just randomly, section 122.
Yeah, like
popcorn.
Yeah, just say what. But that keeps you in the game.
I'm gonna start doing that in the stands.
Do it, dude. It's fun. It keeps you involved.
Yeah. No, right? And one of my favorite NFL clips is Cam Newton, and I forget who the defensive player. I think it was Luke Kuechly. Is like, they're running this, and Cam Newton goes, "Oh, I see you watched film. All right, watch this." Runs an audible, scores a touchdown. Like, that's one of the coolest things.
See, nothing's ever 100%.
Yeah.
Ever. Even if you saw that and they said, hey, you know what? In this formation, in this down and distance, with this personnel grouping, with these guys out there, 9 out of the last 9 times they ran this play.
Yep.
But they could run it because they self-scout, right? So they look at tendencies like, you know what? You know that every time that we motion our tight end from the right to the left, we always tend to run this pattern. And the other team's looking at that. So they're going to say, all right, so we usually run quick slants off this.
Yeah.
Let's run a slant and go. So all of a sudden you're looking, oh, shit, okay, second down. All right, they're in this grouping. All right, this guy's split is right here. Oh, they're running them slants. You still can't fully, like give into it because they're also, again, it's like that chess match.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But again, looking at that, that's why all of a sudden you see a guy who might run a 5 flat, but he looks like he's 4-5 because he's divulging. He knows what the play is before it's even snapped.
Yeah.
Where the 4-2 guy, he's trying to figure it out as the play's going, and you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one thing I'm big on is film study, and I would really need to really know what's going on with Purdue, which I'm not disappointed with Purdue and the way they played. I thought the guys played hard. I
tweeted, if you would have told me Purdue was 2-2 with 2 separate lightning delays, I'd be stoked. I'm not over here like, is there a road to 6 wins? I think so. Like, I think it's a possibility. And then
we're going to need to talk about that.
Yeah. And then I think I texted you, like, if this was last year's team, like, we had 2 lightning delays against USC and Notre Dame and played Ball State to open the year, like, it'd be a whole different situation.
Well, here's the crazy thing is we had the rain delay out in Virginia and we won.
Yeah. 6 hours.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was some of the guys from the Boiler Express were there. I think everyone but me went to that game.
Nice. Well, here's the other thing is, we were talking about the weather,
lightning delays last year. What would happen? Coaching staff.
Shoot, I had a good point too.
I said if this was last year's team.
Yep. Last year's team.
I just I think I texted you, like, I don't think they would be anywhere near 2-2.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Sorry. Forgive me. One of the things that I don't like seeing is when defenders, and me and Chike were breaking down this, and he'll tell you the same thing, Chike O'Keefer. When defensive guys change speed.
Yeah.
And do you understand what I said? What I mean by that?
Yeah.
Because you should be going full speed to the ball. There shouldn't be, and that's one thing you watch on film. You'll see a guy, and he's kind of, and also he's got to take off.
They try the stutter step, yeah.
And it's like, why'd you slow down? You weren't through the play yet.
We were talking about that with Ryan Brown.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Get there.
Yeah.
Get there. You should be going full speed to the ball. There should never be where all of a sudden you see guys slow down and then, oh shit, he's got to take off again.
Yep.
That guy right there he's waiting for someone else to make a play.
Yep.
And we have some guys that are doing that. And we have some guys that are doing that in positions where they need to be the ones that are going full. Like, it's very dependent on our team success on how fast these guys run to the ball.
Yeah.
And they're not taking on blocks properly. They're not gap sound. They're not holding the edge. And I don't think it's a physical thing. I think it's more of a want to, or maybe these guys coming again. I mean, we do have a lot of guys from UNLV.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not degrading any conference, but it's not the Big Ten.
Oh,
West.
Yeah. You can't count the Mountain West near the Big Ten. No way.
It's a whole new level, and it's every week.
Yep. And
here's the deal. It's not every week. It's every game. It's every half. It's every quarter. It's every play.
It's every day in practice.
Yeah.
You're practicing.
You need to be great every day, because football is a very fickle sport.
Yep.
What have you done for me lately?
Yep.
Hey, you had a great game yesterday, but what are you going to do today?
Yep. Can't take a day off.
And that again, we had coaches like Brock Spack and Kenny Green, and like I said, Kevin Sumlin and Mark Hagan and these guys that if we were dicking off in practice, dude, like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, this is a serious freaking game. Every game is serious. And I don't know if we have guys that, hey, you know what? I didn't play bad. I didn't play great, but I didn't lose the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all
they don't have high expectations for themselves.
Yeah.
You have to hold yourself to the highest of expectations, higher than the head coach, higher than everybody. Like, you should be, like, for me, like, just in general life, I'm my worst critic.
You have to, dude, self-evaluation is the key to anyone's success. And it's the hardest thing to do.
And that's in football and outside of football.
Absolutely. No, in life. The hardest thing to do is to sit and talk about what you're not good at.
Yeah.
Because what does everybody want to do?
Yeah.
They want to talk about, they want to see the plays that they made. The great players, they don't, no, I don't want to, I want to see the plays I fucked up on.
Yeah.
So I don't do that again.
Yeah. And that's when, like,
how they got me. Because I guarantee you this, if that's on film, guess what all those other coaches are going to be looking at? Oh, we can get this guy on this.
Yep.
And if you just stop at one time, they'll never run it again.
Yep.
But if you allow them to keep doing it, every week it's going to come, and all of a sudden then it becomes a problem.
They're going to pick you apart.
And then you're on the bench.
Yeah.
And we've got again, I do like our guys' attitudes. I think we got some pretty decent. I mean, they're smart players. They're not. I don't feel like they're going above and thinking they're above the team.
Yeah.
The staff is very, very mild. I mean, you can tell that Odom has a culture, which you have to have a culture to be successful. You can tell that he has a culture because everybody's pretty much saying the same stuff.
Yeah.
There's a theme there.
It's pretty uniform.
And can we win with that uniform this year? I mean, speaking of, look at this game coming into
Illinois.
Wait, is that this? No, we're off.
No, bye week.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to kick the shit out of the bye week.
I mean, hey, undefeated. Let me tell you. Going into Illinois, did Mrs. Schweigert approve our hangout?
Dude, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Graf and everyone, I'm going to have
That'd be cool.
Because the Colts play the Raiders that Sunday.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'll go to that. Shoot.
Yeah. So we actually have, I got six people I think are going to be staying here.
Man, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So you definitely need to, what else? And so the Colts right now, man, they're 3-0.
Yeah.
They're balling out. And
what's the Raiders owner's name?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. I knew. If I could meet that guy in person, that'd be awesome. One of the best haircuts in the world.
Oh, dude, he's the best, man.
Does he always wear all white?
He's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty. He's
got his dad's swagger. He's got Al's swagger.
Oh yeah, dude. And here's the thing, Al. That's what Al wore. It was either the all white starter with the Raiders on the sleeve, or the black with the Raiders on the sleeve. But it wasn't black anymore. It was like so sun faded. It was like maroon.
Yeah. Now I forget where I read this, but before they moved to Vegas, because obviously Al wasn't here to see that, they didn't touch Al Davis's office. Like it was still the same as.
I think that's a good question. I don't know about that one.
That's I always found that interesting. Like they never and now they've moved, I'm sure, and it's the Coliseum's the Coliseum. But I wish I could have seen a game at the Coliseum.
It was an experience.
Playing on the dirt, baseball dirt.
Oh, that stuff was like concrete, man. And then by about halfway through the third quarter, because we usually played at 1:00 West Coast. Halfway through the third quarter, all the seagulls start flying around, right? And you can smell marijuana through the entire stadium.
I feel like Oakland's a great city.
And then you see a Jerry Rice, a guy wearing a Jerry Rice Raiders jersey fighting a guy wearing a Charles Woodson Raiders jersey. And you're like, what the fuck?
What is going? Dude, the black hole. I mean, it doesn't get much more devoted and
well, I'm gonna have 3 of them here at my house.
What about what's the pirate guy? I follow him on Twitter. I can't. I
just got off the phone with him. Captain Jack.
Captain Jack. He's an electric. He's electric.
Yep, he'll be here. And then I forgot the other 2. There's going to be 2 more that'll be here. Yeah, but no. So let's just say this. What? Because tell me. I mean, give me some of what you thought.
From Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Barry kind of open up the playbook with the fake punt, and then with the trick play where Brown hands it off to Maccabee. Maccabee throws it off to Brown for the touchdown.
I did like our play calls.
Yeah, he opened up. I feel like this is the most open he's had the playbook.
And he knows that, hey, you know what? What's the point of saving these things? If we have a chance to win, let's try to win now. So I like that. I also like the fact that I could see that they game planned because Notre Dame had a rookie corner in there, number 24. And I talked about him earlier, Mark Zachary, freshman. And that very first play was on him.
Yep.
And then he later on got caught for another touchdown too later in the game. So and that's what you do. If there's a young kid that's never played, keep going to his side.
Yeah.
If that play works, keep going that way. If a run play works, run it again. Run it till they stop it.
Yeah.
So I did like that because I could see that they were called, because sometimes you wonder why some of these calls are some of these plays are called. You're like, I wonder why he would call that, but I could see why they were
thought
calling
process.
they were calling. Yeah.
I liked how he opened up the playbook, because I think he, like you said earlier, house money. Like, we have nothing to lose. This year is a crapshoot. Either way you look at it. And I like that Barry really opened up the playbook there. Trying to think what else I got. Brown had some strokes of genius. I mean, that the end of the second, right before halftime, he had that really good throw.
That was unbelievable.
That was a hell of a throw. That was the type of throw you see on Sundays.
He does. I'm no quarterback, fucking whatever, but he does like to throw off it,
Yeah.
And
But you see that a lot more.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I mean, when you see Pat Mahomes having some just wild.
Whoa.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a Pat Mahomes fan. I'm saying the guy has had some wild off the shoulder throws.
You got to be careful now with putting Brown in the same category as Mahomes.
No, I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying in general, you see a lot more off the opposite foot, the opposite way throws.
You're seeing that a lot more from the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the guy who's a jet. Like, you won't see another Patrick Mahomes for probably another 25.
They wear the same number. Gotcha.
Jack and mate.
Gotcha. But no, you see that a lot more.
No, I got you.
But yeah, he seems to, he can get himself out of a pickle pretty well. He can dance around in the pocket.
Hey, we have a kicker.
We have a kicker.
We haven't had a kicker in a while, dude.
In a long time. Even in the Braum era, we didn't have a solid kicker. We didn't have a kicker you could rely on. They would either miss chip shots or make a damn 65-yarder like it was nothing.
Yeah.
There was no in between. There was no consistency. But this kid, and I don't know his name. That's bad. But very consistent, very, has a strong foot. And, and then
wait, hold on. Is it Jack McAllister?
That sounds right.
I think it's Jack McAllister.
Number 30.
Wait, 30. No, that was, so he's also the punter, right?
I think he plays both.
Is he the one that ran the fake?
Yeah.
That's McAllister.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's good, dude.
Hell of a fake too. No, and two, like, not only do you need a new kicker and you need a good holder, you need a good long snapper. And the long snapper had that one mistake off a punt where the receiver obviously called for a fair catch, and he just the best tackle of the day was on a fair catch. Like,
the center you're talking about, right?
It was a long snapper. It was on a punt.
Snapper, yeah.
It was on
and
the deck.
You could tell he didn't go. He didn't try to kill the guy. I thought that was bullshit.
But they're gonna call it, and I agree. But they're gonna call that every single time, and whether we like it or not, like, those refs are gonna call that every single, especially in this era, where you can't touch a quarterback, can't touch a kicker. You can't, and which, like, to a point, I mean, as a Bengals fan, doesn't matter because we can't find an offensive line to help our generational quarterback. But they're going to call stuff like those tic tac stuff. They're probably going to call it. Like I always say, if I see a tic tac play, I'm going to say, oh, well, the ref's going to call that.
Yeah. And
9 out of 10 times, unfortunately, they do.
So right here, I have in the second quarter, probably around 7 minutes to go, Price on a long run. I have number 16, our linebacker from UNLV, and number 5, our linebacker from UNLV. And then also number 4, who tries to do his best impression of number 0.
Yeah.
I just put, wow. I said, go low.
Yeah.
These guys, it was there were some plays that were bad. And then again, number 0 here with 6:33 to go on the clock, 10 yards. Price scored. But here's the deal. The receiver comes off the line of scrimmage to hit number 1, our safety in here, or linebacker. I'm not sure what position he is. And number 0 didn't you could clearly see he didn't call it the crack.
Yeah.
Got his guy annihilated, and then he still got beat outside. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, what? You can't, because you could have all those 10 guys inside of you playing 100% the call, and then because you get nosy and that jumps outside, like, listen, all you have to do is be the farthest outside guy.
Yeah.
That's it. All those other 10 guys, if they stay inside of you, you did your job. That's all you have to think about. Like, you have to make it very simple. And again, at this age, that's what coaches are supposed to do. They're supposed to make it simple for these guys.
Yeah, you got to dumb it down.
These guys shouldn't be out there thinking.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. Well,
they should be, but they're not going to be thinking as an NFL vet or a guy that's been playing for 10 years. They're going to be thinking like a 18 to 22-year-old.
Very fucking simple.
Yeah.
And I think we are.
Yeah.
But it's just
they're not going to be John Gruden out there with XY2 banana split, 400 house Mercedes 12. You know, like it's those. Did you in the league or in college, did you ever have a play call like just some wild?
That's funny that you bring this up, because me and my wife were actually just talking about this. Because there was a thing on, I don't know if it was on Twitter or X, but it had like, I don't know if it was maybe a show that was on HBO or whatever, but it had quarterbacks like going over calls.
Yeah.
And they were just like, just rambling. And the thing is a lot of time that is because a coach has a big ego.
I could see it. Right?
Some coaches think the bigger your playbook, the better coach you are, when it has nothing to, the play calling has nothing. I mean, it does have something to do with it, but I mean, it's still the players that are out there doing things. So you can have a coach that says, you know what, this is how we run things here. And we don't do it like that. Well, if you have a linebacker that can't do what you want him to do, but he's your best linebacker, you know what you need to do? You need to adjust what the fuck you have going on.
Yeah.
You need to adjust your plays to fit his attributes.
Because he's the one out there playing. He's the
one out there playing, right? So, and I think some of these coaches, and I've been on a staff. I mean, one is Steve Spagnuolo, the D coordinator for Kansas City right now. He was the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants when I played for the Giants, and I remember we had 32. So you could have just cover 3, right? Cover 3, right safety down, left safety down. Corners are deep. Someone's in the deep middle. Down right, down left. Very simple.
Yeah.
We had 32 different calls for something that started with R and something that started with L.
Wow.
So Ringo Lucky, Roger Louie, Red Blue, even though blue doesn't start with L, but it has the L in it.
Yep.
So depending on what the play was, I might go down to the linebacker and go, Roger, Roger, Roger. And all of a sudden he comes out, no, you motherfucker, it's Reynolds. It's Reynolds. And it's like, that linebacker's not even listening to me to begin with. It doesn't matter. As long as I just tap him on the ass and let him know what side I'm on.
Yeah.
He knows what gap I'm in and what curl flat I have or hook I have.
Yeah.
All that matters. You don't need all this personal
jumbo.
Yeah. And what happens is those long calls takes basically in those long calls, you're telling every lineman what he's supposed to be doing.
Yep.
You're telling every receiver what he's supposed to be doing.
Yep. And
it's going through that rather than just saying, hey, we're gonna run Boston. And Boston is a route concept and everyone knows what they have. And you can make it that easy.
Yep.
All right, Boston. And come out, check it, and go.
Well, see, and I there's a clip where it's Gruden and Mike Glennon in Tampa Bay. And it's Glennon's trying to remember this Gruden call where
in his ass, right?
XY2 bananas, Xavier 7-Up Purdue Pete, 22, Stu,
Crowder, yeah.
Chike, you know, and Glennon's like, and he gets halfway there and messes up. Grun's like, and I was like, dude, like there's no way. So like, and then because I never played football, I've always loved football, never played. When I always wonder why like Gruden would make such a long call. Is that so nobody else can pick up the play, the other team can't figure out, like I never understood why, other than like you said, the ego, but
it's to show who's got the bigger dick.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, because again, you want to simplify everything for your players,
especially in college.
You don't want them out there fucking trying to think, all right, was that flex Y or flex yo, or was it flex yo-yo, or was it flex yaya, or was it like literally? It's like
GK. Now I'm going to start yelling that, like when Purdue's on defense, I'm going to be in my seat yelling, "Look, GK."
Do that. No, but that's what that makes it fun. Like again, you just make up shit. You know what?
We're gonna have to sell
balloon, Montana, and also they're like, and even if they burn a timeout,
that's good.
It's huge.
Now we need shirts that say Chike. Shout out to Chief. I love
Chief. Yeah, hell yeah. No, but with that, I think coaches they do that because they like to go to these coaches clinics and they fucking bring out the
Bible,
and they're and it's like, and the coaches are going, oh my gosh. But I mean, I remember, back when we played, it was 6 weeks of 2-a-days.
Wow.
And during that time, you're playing 4 preseason games and you're having 2-a-day practices every day.
That's wild.
And we would install before every practice probably 15 plays. And you better know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, like, that's the fastest way to get the hell out of there.
And that's what makes long careers, even like yours, like so impressive. Like these guys that play 5-10 years, that's very impressive. Because just in the little, people don't think about that stuff. They think about the play on the field, but your average football watcher does not think about the 2-a-days. They don't think about all that you have.
They just see the finished product.
Yeah.
And they think we're just hanging out the whole week.
That's what kills me when guys are like, why are they making these big money? I'm like, man, like they do get paid a lot.
You're talking 250 hours a week.
Yeah. Like you
like that, you're and I'm not, when I talk like this, I'm not complaining because we do get compensated very well.
Yeah.
But if you put it in perspective, think about the amount of hours and then think about somebody every second at your job watching you and putting it out there and having millions of people critique you. And I'm not sitting here poo-pooing it. I mean, that's just that's just how it goes. But just even sometimes if you watch somebody and you just correct them on something real tiny, they blow up and don't know how to handle it.
100%. You got to be coachable.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you gotta be able to take criticism well. Because if you think you're gonna go to the NFL and not be able to take criticism, oh boy, you're not making it out of training camp.
And that's why it was so hard for me to make the transition into the regular workforce, because people are so sensitive.
Yeah. The NFL is a whole different beast.
It's
and a lot of NFL vets have that issue on a multiple levels of going into civilian life, pretty much, but it's
because again, you got to think about this. We are on Sundays. Who gets the big cheers and who do the fans love? They love the people who are violent.
Yep.
Who are trying to.
That's why people loved you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you're just supposed to be able to go click and just, yep, I'm just the guy at Kessel's, buying a soda, and some asshole comes in front of me, and I'm supposed to be just the nicest guy ever, and it's like, dude, you can't have it both ways. Like, you're creating.
You guys are cutthroat
gladiators that are,
especially in your era.
Yes, not so
much
not so
more in your era than now.
Yeah, we were kind of the last kind of era where you could fuck people up pretty bad.
Ask Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
That's my favorite claim to fame is my friend Stu knocked out Tony Gonzalez.
It's one of my proudest moments. Obviously, I mean the guy's a Hall of Famer. I mean, I can't take anything away from his career. I mean, one of the best that's ever played.
Yeah,
and I'm one of the ones that, and again, you can't find it. You cannot find he's never scored a touchdown on me once, but you can find tackle after tackle after tackle. So take that for what it is, I guess.
I will always be like, yeah, my buddy Stu knocked out Tony Gonzalez cold.
And I'll tell you the full story. There's more to it. There's a reason that I had it out for Tony. It had to do with a Super Bowl incident where I had a chance to meet him, and he tried to.
You don't like when guys big dog.
I don't, man.
Yeah. Neither do I. I mean, I'm the same way.
I don't do that, man. You know what I mean? Like,
you're a man of the people.
Yeah, just like you don't. You're just a regular guy, man. I mean,
you're the unofficial mayor of West Lafayette.
Yeah, maybe I won't be able to pass the background check.
Oh,
that's
the
problem.
Count. So we got to get that expunged. Stu for mayor. I'll be your campaign manager.
Actually, that was in high school. They didn't call me. Well, I was Captain America.
Hell yeah!
And then I was the mayor. That's what actually at Purdue they're like, Stu, you're gonna be the mayor of West Lafayette. I'm like, dude, once I leave here, I'm never coming back, man.
Now look at you.
I love it. I'm trying to convince more people to move back.
West Lafayette's a great town. If I could convince my whole family,
Indiana's a great state.
It really is. It really is.
It's almost like a hidden gem, to be honest.
You don't want to start telling people about how great Indiana is, because
if you ever hear like national media talk about Indiana, for one, it's a flyover state.
You're a bunch of hillbillies,
and KKK members and stuff. That's what they think about. Seriously, that's what they bring.
I know, but
it's like, dude, it's not even close. Like,
Indianapolis is a beautiful city. I love Indy.
There's a lot of great cities. Yeah, Indianapolis is one of the cleanest, safest.
It's wonderful.
I mean, tons of stuff to do.
If I had to move anywhere else outside of Dayton, it would be Indianapolis or West Lala. I'd be your neighbor.
I almost wore, actually, it's funny you said that. I almost wore my West Lala shirt.
Did you really?
I almost did, yeah.
I'll have to send you stuff from my high school. We'll get you in some View stuff.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Well, my buddy Mike Rose, he goes he's from Dayton. It's the school that's brown and yellow.
Alter.
Yeah.
Yep.
His son's a running back right now. He's going to be walking on at Purdue.
They're a powerhouse of a football.
They're good, right?
When I was in high school, we would make it to the playoffs. We'd play some scrub team the first round. The second round, we'd play Alter, and we'd always lose. And now that I think we got out of we got to a different division than Alter. But those Catholic schools, man, they're different. They
recruit.
Yeah, and they can recruit.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
They can. That's how the Detroit the Detroit Catholic League was up in Michigan. We're like, dude, you guys always win because you guys can fucking get kids from Indiana and Ohio and kids from the east side of Detroit and get their, pay for their school and board. And a lot of them even got their parents' jobs and stuff like that, man. Yeah. So it's like, dude, how do you compete against that when I'm just dealing with the friends I grew up with? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The kids that were born here.
That were born here.
And didn't have a choice. Like they're here.
All right. So what do we think about? So let's just give me your final thoughts on Notre Dame. We'll put that game to rest.
The rain delay was unfortunate, lightning delay, whatever you want to call it. I do wish Purdue would have come out more prepared, more, ready. It was a little disappointing to see that, they weren't ready for it. Honestly, I mean, you look at that third quarter, they didn't score. Notre Dame puts up 21, and then we only put up a touchdown in 7 in the fourth in garbage time. But it was disappointing, but at the same time, to make myself feel better, I've been comparing to like what would last year's team do, and last year's team Notre Dame would have put up 100 points.
It wouldn't, and we wouldn't have scored.
No, we wouldn't have scored. That's the thing. So like you got it when you're in the situation Purdue's in after a 1-11 season, you cannot unfortunately have high expectations right now. You've got to work with what we got, and that's what we're doing. And Barry, I tweeted a few times. I think Barry Odom's the guy. I think he's what he's doing is good. He took a 1-11 team and he's got them 2-2 going into a bye week. Yeah. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Because like I've been saying, if this was last year's team, I guarantee you they wouldn't be 2-2 going into this bye week. They would be a disaster again. Walters would have been fired by now. Like it would have just been, bad. But and it sucks. That's the level we're at. But you gotta look at reality, and that's where Purdue's at right now. So I think all things. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that's all I had.
No, I know. I was going to say you bring up reality, and I think that I do feel that this coaching staff. I think it's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think there's a whole lot of rah-rah. I don't think there's a whole lot of smoke being blown. You know what I mean?
No, because Odom doesn't talk. Like you look at Walters and all the videos he would post and the tweets with the eyeball emojis, all that stuff. And he didn't do nothing to back it up. Now you got Odom. Odom doesn't say much at all. He doesn't tweet. He doesn't do any of that. He is a nose to the grindstone. Shut up or put up. Like you can't talk if you're not doing. When Walters was, dancing or grooving in his car when he got Hudson Card as a quarterback, and look how Hudson Card turned out. No offense to Hudson Card. I'm sure he's a great guy. Just did not perform well at Purdue. So you have a wild difference between two coaches. And, there's a lot of talk before last season, and you win one game. Barry Odom has been fairly quiet in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. And he's 2-2 going into a bye week with the team that won one game last year. So it's all, apples and oranges to a point. And you gotta, like you said, they're realistic. They know that we're not going to go out there and put up 50 points, 40 points every game, that we're going to have to fight like all hell to get a win, for the rest of the year.
And you could see that the coaches took that approach by the calls there. I mean, they called some pretty fucking ballsy.
All the fake punt, the Maccabee Brown, like they opened it up to playbook.
Even that pass Brown had, at the end.
Yeah.
Right before half.
It was right before the half. Yep. Yeah. Which was, like we said earlier, a beautiful
Here's
throw.
The thing too, I'm pretty hard on Brown. But the kid's, what is this, like his fifth start or something? I mean, he doesn't have any experience.
I think people forget he's not a veteran.
No, but I just feel like he's been like we've known about him for so long. You know what I mean? Like we feel like he's a junior when really, what is he? Is he a sophomore?
I believe so.
Right? I
believe, yeah.
So I mean, if we can have some guys that. It's just is it just going to be? Here's what I worry about with the NIL is, let's say we do have a couple of players that do have breakout seasons, they're probably going to leave.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we're back every year at square fucking one.
Yep.
And unfortunately that's just the position that we're in. That's the Big Ten team that we are right now.
That's the reality, and you're in the Big Ten, which isn't your grandpa's Big Ten.
No.
This is a whole different beast. And I had to remind myself of that. Like, hey, this isn't the Big Ten I grew up on. This isn't the Big Ten I've known forever. Those core teams are still there. But when you add a UCLA, USC, all these teams like Oregon, like it's a whole different ball game. It is. I'd be interested to see, like,
have you watched freaking Maryland?
No, but I've seen final scores. Like,
dude, they have a true freshman quarterback right now who is freaking lighting it
up. It up.
I think they're 4-0, aren't they?
I believe. No, I think they lost 3-1, maybe. I can't remember off the top of my
No,
head.
dude,
But like you said, again, in the NIL era, which always worries me, like if Purdue were to get a freshman like that, then you unfortunately have to think like, ooh, what's the chances somebody else picks them up? What are the chances somebody else hires them, or offers them?
they're 4-0, and
Are they 4-0? Okay.
this past weekend they beat the shit out of Wisconsin at Wisconsin.
That's right. It was at Wisconsin, which I mean, we haven't won in Wisconsin. We haven't won in Wisconsin in 20 something years.
Not since my senior year. We haven't beaten Wisconsin since my senior year.
Yeah, we haven't even beaten it. We almost did. Ooh, Orton, that game.
Oh, that was the very next game. That was yeah.
I hate that I brought that up. That's on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why the fuck did you bring that up?
I don't know why I brought it up. Whoops.
Jeez, Louise.
That's on me. Sorry, Kyle. I'd love to get KO on the podcast. I've never met him, but I feel like we'd be best friends.
Great guy. No, he's the best. Let's do this. Let's end on this. Let's go through, and each week, let's just do our picks for the rest of the season. So obviously we're WW against Ball State, Southern Illinois, lost, USC, Notre Dame. We got Illinois, and then what do we have? Northwestern or
hold on, I'm pulling it up. Illinois, Minnesota, Northwestern, Rutgers, Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, Indiana.
Northwestern. You said Rutgers.
Rutgers, Michigan, Ohio State.
Oof.
Yeah, at home. If it's a night game, maybe we have a chance. Washington and Indiana. And I use 11th right now.
At Washington, right?
Yes. That's our first big West Coast trip. I believe,
okay,
right?
So here we go. So Illinois, what do you got?
I think it'll be a loss. It makes me nervous that Illinois is coming off a big loss to IU, and they're gonna have a little bit of piss and vinegar, and they're gonna just come out roaring. But on the other hand, they got absolutely demolished by IU. Maybe they're not the team we thought they were, or everyone thought they were. You can play both sides. It's a double-edged sword. They either can do two things: come out firing or be so demolished and not the team that everyone thought they were, that Purdue may have a chance to take advantage of some opportunities and squeak out a win. I'm going to take Purdue winning here.
You're gonna? Oh yeah, I thought you said loss.
Well, I changed my mind after my spiel.
Jeez, you thought you convinced.
I convinced myself live right there.
I already put the L on here, man.
Switch it to a dub.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna say loss. Okay, at Minnesota, right?
Yeah, Minnesota's pretty bad, right? I
have not heard nothing about.
I haven't paid attention to PJ Fleck or.
Yeah, PJ, you flicky.
Wears the shirt and tie under a quarter zip.
That's how Northern Illinois guys do it. Let's see here, Minnesota football.
They are. Let's see. They lost to Cal to open. Wait, no, that was. Wait, where am I?
So here we go. They beat Nebraska. They beat Eastern Michigan. UNC beat the shit out of them, 31-13. And then Northwestern beat them 37-34. And they barely – September 23rd. Oh, wait, no. I'm in the wrong fucking century.
I was about to say. So here they beat Buffalo 23-10. They beat Northwestern State 66-0. And then they lost to Cal 27-14.
So they're – okay.
So they're 2-1, and they played. I mean, Northwestern State is a doozy. Buffalo being a MAC school, so I mean they look. Can't really take a game against Northwestern State. I mean that's tough to read into. But Cal seems to be pretty tough. They lost to them 27-14, and then beat Buffalo 23-10. I haven't watched any film on Minnesota. I couldn't tell you. I mean that I feel like that'd be in my head, that's a
W.
yeah.
I'm gonna say W.
Yeah, write me down as a dub.
Okay. Northwestern at Northwestern.
Yes.
Okay, that place is a shithole.
Their stadium on the lake.
It was a shithole when it was a regular stadium.
Yeah, I never made it there, but
because we always had to. Here's the thing: we always played noon games.
Yeah,
because the Big Ten, right?
And they didn't have lights.
And they had, since we were on Central Time, it was actually 11 a.m. kickoff.
Oh yeah.
So we would get up at like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, dude.
That sucks.
And then you go there and there's like nobody in the stands and it's all dreary and kind of cold and wet and rainy and it's a tough place to win. I mean, we won there. I'm 2-0 there, but
not to brag.
No, so what do you think?
Well, I'm looking. I mean, they put up 14 points on Oregon, and they lost. Well, I mean, they lost 34-14.
Which is Oregon was rolling at that point too.
Yeah, which is nothing to sneeze at. You know, they have Yanni Karloftis. He transferred to Northwestern.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well he's playing.
I know he started anyways against Oregon. I know that.
I have a weird feeling that this is going to be one of those weird losses.
Okay.
Just one of those losses you look back at the end of the year like, man, we really should have won that game.
I'm going to say loss.
Yeah. I just feel like it's going to be one of those weird losses where we look back in a few months when we get ready to play IU and you're like, damn, like we should have beat Northwestern. The next is Rutgers.
Yeah, I don't know.
They are sitting at 15th in the Big Ten. They lost to Iowa 38-28 and then beat Mike Vick's Norfolk State 60-10.
Oh, that's right. Mike Vick is coaching down there, isn't he?
Yeah. Man, that's another tough one.
Where's it at?
It is at, I think it's at Rutgers. Hold on. No, at Purdue.
Okay.
So,
Ugh.
I know I'm not feeling good about this one either. Okay, so they beat.
I'm going to say win. I'm going to say win.
They beat Ohio 34-31, so they only beat Ohio by 3. They beat Miami of Ohio. Shout out to the Red Hawks. They're in my backyard. 45-17. Norfolk State, they won 60-10 and then lost to Iowa 38-28.
So they're putting up points.
Yeah, but only, they did put up 28 against Iowa. And then 34, 45, and 60 points against Ohio, Miami of Ohio, and Norfolk State. So that shows they have the chance to put up big numbers. Our defense is going to have a hard time against that. I'm going to go loss.
Loss. Okay. I said dub.
Our defense.
Loss.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State, loss.
Now.
Are you going to say dub?
Here, it depends. I've been to, let's see, I was at the game.
I know them being at Purdue definitely helps.
But here's, and I live within the Buckeye community, and it's terrible. But I was at the 2003 game where we lost by a game-winning field goal. I was at that game. I know you remember that one. I was at the 2009 game where we beat Terrell Pryor.
Yep.
I was at the 2018 game, and then I was at the 2011, I think it was. I was at that game too. So I have a good streak personally of beating Ohio State and rushing the field at Ross State. I'm gonna go win.
What?
It doesn't make off no reality of anything. Just
remember, we're gonna adjust these every week. As we keep going to see which one was the best. I'm going loss. Now at Washington, I'm going dub.
Dub with the dub against the Dubs.
Yep.
I like that. I think Washington isn't the team they've they were a couple years ago, obviously making it to the Natty. Beat Colorado State 38-21, UC Davis 70-10, and then beat Washington State 59-24. So they're sitting
Damn.
they're sitting at 3-0, and they've put up a lot of points. And they play Ohio State next. So that'll tell you a lot about them.
Okay.
That'll tell you a lot about. They play Ohio State this weekend on CBS 3:30 kick. So that'll tell you a lot about Washington. Would you pick a dub? Is that Purdue's first West Coast trip? Have we gone out west yet?
Nope.
Ooh, that worries
me.
Last
year we went out to Oregon State.
Oh, that's right. I pulled that out of my memory forever.
Well, that's just one guy that has experience in that area. Yeah. Maccabee, that's it. So
I'm going to go loss.
Loss.
I'm not feeling good about it.
Indiana, I'm going L. They're going to come in here, and I think they're going to fucking...
That's going to make me really sad. If that happens, I'm going to leave at halftime and go to your house and drink.
Yeah, that's fine.
I knew you wouldn't say no.
No. We'll call Tommy Jones up.
Oh, Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn.
Tommy. There's no way he remembers who I am, but
he might.
Nah.
He might surprise you.
Who knows? Man, I really want to say win, but I'll say loss right now.
Okay, so I have at this point in the season, I have them finishing 5-7. You have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-7.
Look at us. But can I be like 5-7 after a 1-11 season?
If they finish 5-7, that's a really, 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 really good year.
We're gonna, you and I will have a 2-man parade down Northwestern Avenue.
Because looking at that right now, it seems like too many wins, but
you never know. I mean, it's. I feel like that Northwestern game is going to be a toss of the coin.
Minnesota's a toss.
Yeah, Minnesota's a toss.
Rutgers is a toss.
There's a lot of 50-50 ball games out there.
Michigan's not a toss.
No, that's not.
Ohio State is actually a toss because for whatever reason they flunder.
Flundered's a new word. I'm going to start.
No, they
floundered.
What am I trying to think of?
Blundered.
Philandry.
Stu, I think you're thinking of blundered.
Am I having a seizure right now?
Okay, Chrissy, help.
Yeah.
Thank God for Chrissy. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, but I don't know what that coach.
Coach Sig.
He seems like he just seems like a prick.
I don't like him.
I don't.
I don't like his personality, and I don't like the fact he's with IU. So I mean,
yeah.
I see Tom Allen. I could laugh at, like between whispering the fight song and snapping their fingers in the locker room. Did you ever see that video?
No.
Oh, I'll text it to you. It's and there's one kid who's like up front. He's like, I don't want to be here. Like I hate it here. It's so good. I'll find it. I'll try and find it and text it to you. And then the one it's during a halftime of a bucket game. I think we're up by a couple touchdowns. And he's just like, relentless. And they go out and lose. Like Tom Allen was just a goofball. And I like goofballs.
He was their coach before.
Before Tom Allen?
Or the guy now?
No, this Tom Allen was before Signetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
He was a whack job.
He was a goofball.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
I like him and PJ Fleck. I consider a goofball.
Yeah,
less of a goofball than Tom Allen, but he comes out with those maroon breeches and the tie and the shirt under a quarter zip, which just sounds uncomfortable. It just doesn't sound like it's I'm all about comfortable.
Yeah, but at least he looks like a fucking coach.
True.
You look at some of these guys. Well, I guess not some of them, but anyone that came from Belichick's lineage, they all wore their cut off sweat like Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're a head fucking football coach, man. Like, the guy that used to be the Lions coach, who was his offensive coordinator for a little while,
Oh.
he looked like the biggest
Oh,
slob.
shoot. Guy that looks like me.
No, I don't know.
Just a robust fellow with a beard. What the hell is his name?
He sucked. He sucked as a head
I
coach.
know. He always has the pencil in his ear.
Yes.
He's with Ohio State right now. He's their OC. Now I'm going to have to Google it.
Lions head coach. And well, yeah.
Offensive.
Here we go.
Offensive coordinator. Nope, not the other. Maybe he's defensive coordinator.
Well, he's
Matt Patricia.
There you go.
I can Google quicker than you, old man.
I'm on. These aren't even coaches for the Lions. What the hell?
Who was the coach when you were there?
None of your business, actually. Rod Marinelli, and then freaking Tweedle-Dick. Jim Schwartz.
Oh, I forgot about Jim Schwartz. Where's he at now? He's somewhere.
He's a D coordinator for Philadelphia, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I knew he was with a good team.
He's a prick. He's one of those guys that he walks on his tippy toes, and then he's got a tribal like tattoo around his ankle that's like neon green.
Hell yeah!
And he'd be like in downtown, like because in Detroit there's a college there called Wayne State. You know Wayne State?
Yeah, I've heard of Wayne State.
So he'd like go on like college campus bars, like in like these Hawaiian shirts, like trying to pick up chicks and stuff. I'm like, dude. Yeah.
You know, in your era, the tribal tattoos were pretty popular with the Caucasians, but you didn't get one. You survived that one.
I actually don't have. I've never had nothing against them at all, but I don't have any piercings or tattoos.
Me neither. Let's get matching tattoos for two of our first tattoos.
Should they be? I
would get a matching tattoo with Stu any day.
We always made fun of Kyle Orton. You know, like the Purdue Pete, where he's like, he has like the
yeah,
and he's like this.
Yeah.
Well, he's got that on his like right here on his shoulder.
Nah.
And it's only about like this big, and we just made fun of him all day long.
Stu, we're getting matching tattoos on Friday night.
Matching tattoos.
Tramp stamp.
So I wanted to get, and I actually drew this up when I was going to get a tattoo. My dad was going to let me get a tattoo my sophomore year of high school.
Wow, Big Stu was cool.
Yeah, he was. I was going to get the Schweigert shield.
Ooh,
you know, like the crest.
Yeah.
But it would have had to been like my whole back.
Is that German? Are you German? Is Schweigert's German?
It's German, yeah.
Me too. Look at us.
And
probably related.
We might be. Well, I'm actually more. So I put a pin in my DNA testing story. Okay. We'll save that for another episode.
I mean, you got
it. So the tattoo had to be like the size of my back, just because of the detail or whatever. And what were we talking about now? Tattoos?
Yeah, Big Stu let you get a tattoo your sophomore year.
I was going to get a tattoo, then I didn't. Oh yeah. So my senior year, when I decided I was going to go to Purdue, remember the old train where it had in the grill of the train, it had Purdue?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, right here. This one. So I thought this was going to be dope as you know, all get out. So you see how it has.
Yeah, it's my favorart Purdue logo. No, not my favorite.
DUE.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to have the same exact train, but STUART.
That's awesome.
Have Stuart in the grill.
I'm telling you, Stu, we got to get matching tattoos.
I might get that tattoo right here on my cheek.
I can't do that in my profession.
Oh yeah, you can't. You're teaching kids.
Yeah, that'd be unfun. That'd be
if Purdue makes a bowl game, dude, we'll get a tattoo of the bowl, like the Purdue, like with the Cotton Bowl symbol or something. You know what I mean?
Whatever bowl game they make it to. But what if it's like the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl or something?
Hey man, dude, that's in Detroit, bro.
I know.
That's a good. We've been to that bowl game quite a few times.
We won that bowl game against Western Michigan.
I thought we did beat Western, but did we beat?
We've
Central?
been there a few times.
When I was in high school, they would give that bowl game would give like all like the local high schools like tickets to come.
Oh yeah.
And I remember our coach Brett Forrester, great guy, I still have friends with him to this day. We drive down to this. It was the Silver Dome at this point.
Oh man,
the Pontiac Silver Dome.
Rest in peace.
And we have tickets, and we end up running into our coach in the parking lot. And he's tailgating. He's just freaking just hammered. He's just hammered, and he's giving us beers and stuff. And we're running into the stadium. You know, we're all hammered as well. And we went to that. We went to that. It was Marshall versus BYU.
Oh man!
I remember Chad Pennington, and then BYU had a tight end that I ended up playing with, a guy named Doug Jolly.
Oh.
No, or was it when Randy Moss was there? I think we saw Randy Moss at the Silver Dome.
That's rad.
In the Motor City Bowl against. Did he play when he was at Marshall, or that might be too young?
I wouldn't. I don't even think I was alive during that time.
No. Yeah, you're in space somewhere.
I was.
You're on that spaceship that's flying through the atmosphere, coming to Earth here pretty soon.
That's probably where people think you and I came from.
Well, we did.
I mean, yeah. Maybe that we'll get matching spaceship tattoos.
We'll get something.
Are you gonna get, like, after this you're with Chrissy and you're like, well, Dylan and I are getting matching tattoos. So
at this point in my life, Chrissy's like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and
she knows she's not gonna stop still.
She's like, it's not that she's not gonna stop me. It's just that, like, if I say I'm gonna do something, usually it's like I'm gonna do it, you know.
Yeah.
Here's what we'll do. What you need to do is when you come over, we'll go over to Sasha Stefanovich's house.
Yeah.
And we'll toilet paper them.
Let's do it. I mean, we just said that, and it's live it's going to be on YouTube, but he doesn't watch this. He doesn't
give a shit. It was actually pretty cool. Last week I ran into Robbie Hummel during the tailgates and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Did you tell him I said hey?
I forgot.
He doesn't know who I am. Like, wait,
Robbie, you know my buddy DK, right? Dylan? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that. He's gonna say who? What? Who is this guy?
Robbie. Well, let's so this was we went way past. We're almost at 2 hours.
It's gonna be we're talkers.
We need what we're gonna do moving forward is we need to get an intro, and we need to get. What we need to do is you need to send me. We need to get some pictures together.
Yeah, well, we'll do that,
and then we can make. I make like a little funny, where it's like us as like it just switches the faces.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? Like I have a little app that does it. It's pretty funny.
We'll hire a photographer. We'll do a photo shoot.
I can do it.
Like a newlywed couple.
Oh yeah, like Ricky Williams and Mike Ditka.
Yeah, you're Mike Ditka.
Yeah. All right, well, shit, man. Hey, I think that. I think I'm fine with where Purdue's at.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with it.
I'm good.
Could be way worse.
They've what. There are some guys though that I give them one. I'm going to give them one more game.
Yeah,
one more game to clean their stuff up, and then after that, you got to let someone else get a chance.
Yep. Especially with where we're at right now, it doesn't hurt anything.
This is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Let some guys get in there and get some experience.
100%.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, shit. This concludes the Boiler Backfield
Nailed it.
breakdown. No,
there's already
what I like to do is, though, I would like to do some reaction videos and just listen to like some of the post game, what the coach says and see, and what the players. I love watching, like, and again, we can't put up I think we can.
I think you can play the audio. We just can put up the
and just see if hey, I kind of like this kid, or this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Purdue's not gonna go after Stu, MF, and Schweigert for copyright.
Oh yeah, they will.
I'm a Hall of Famer.
Herman will be at my door knocking. I guarantee it.
Stu, wake up!
Jesus Christ!
You're up to it again. You and that other bearded fella.
You better tell DK he needs to calm it down. Talking about Brown like that.
Oh shoot! Another fun one, Stu.
All right. Well, hey man. Shit. We'll be talking this Saturday. No, we're off.
It's a bye week.
We've got a bye week. So then we need to.
Maybe we'll do like a Big Ten
breakdown.
Yeah. We'll talk about Big Ten in general next week.
Yeah. What's that? Okay. Yeah. When's good? And thank you, everybody. If you're still in here after almost 2 hours, and we appreciate it.
If you're still here,
we are going to do live. Trust me, we are going to do live. It's just we need to learn each other's dialect first before because when people start coming in and asking questions and stuff, the whole show can get sideways.
I think our dialect's pretty similar.
I think it is.
I think we're a lot of likes too.
Yep, we're matched up pretty good.
Look at
we're from the same star system.
We're cut from the same cloth.
The Shroud of Turin is what we're cut from.
I don't know what that is, but
the Shroud of Turin, you don't know what that is?
No, what is it?
It's supposedly the wrappings that Jesus Christ was.
Oh, I should know that. My mother would not be. Hopefully, Deborah's not watching.
Oh, you were just joking. You knew what that was.
Deb, I was just joshing. I knew exactly.
Yeah, you were.
I was testing you, Stu.
You were checking. I was just joshing.
Yeah, I was making sure you knew what it was.
All right. Well, hey, Boilermakers, enjoy the bye week, and let's get ready for Illinois.
You just picked off every Illinois fan.
Hey, Boiler up. Hey, love you, DK.
Love you, dude.
Let's see if I actually ended this time.